think I put it on that one mode that I can't remember the name of. Emote only chat. Simple to remember. Did I remember? No. Simple to remember? Yes. Alright. Let me just resituate some things while this starts up. I have no audio. There we go, I have audio. I should turn on performance mode before I forget. Look up the screen a little so I can see the performance bar, and there we go. The Lamb and the Tiger. From William Merrick, sent Thursday, 1718. Which would be 5:18 p.m. To Cassandra Clark, Cadet Clark. Your excellent performance throughout the Academy these past 24 months has not gone unnoticed. You have ranked in the top percentile of graduates, and it is my pleasure to offer you your first position within DCPD. You'll be stationed at the District Crime Agency, DCA, working out of Police Plaza as a junior detective, alongside Detective Nathaniel Houston. Further details will follow. We have no doubt you'll prove to be a valued asset to the DCPD. Best wishes, Captain William Merrick. Hey, hey. Alright, night. DCA Headquarters, Police Plaza, 6 p.m. You must be Detective Nathaniel Houston. I don't know why I want to say Hudson. It's Houston. And you must be lost. Cassandra Clark, hi. Hi, I don't usually get visitors down here. I've come from the Academy. It didn't work out well with the last intern. Maybe ask someone from upstairs. They didn't tell you? I'm your new partner. I don't need a partner. I'm sure you don't. It's always good to have another pair of hands, though, isn't it? Look, Clarissa, the District Crime Agency isn't where anyone goes to start their career. This is where they bury you. Cassandra, call me Cass. I was top of my class with degrees in criminology and sociology. Class? How many hours on the job? Jeez, do yourself a favor and go back upstairs and tell them they're wasting your time and mine. I'm sorry my presence bothers you, Detective, but I've been handpicked for this job. Really? Because I just walked in off the street. Oh, someone down the wrong way. Sorry. I didn't come here to cause problems. I came to help. I want to learn everything there is to know. If you really need to be here, go. Don't cause problems over there. This isn't kindergarten. I don't have time to hold your hand. Great. You won't need to. Interact with the MMM to access your current case. Okay. I guess this must be Frank Daniels. It is. I recognize him from the TV. Who called it in? The neighbors said they heard a gunshot around 7:30. My mom voted for him in the last local election. You know he wanted pay raises for cops? Good night, sweet prince. Did they give us anything else to go on? That was it. So how about it? How about what? You want to work at the DCA? Have at it, partner. Whoever did this wasn't taught to clean up after themselves. There's a lot of potential physical evidence lying around. So, we gotta search the crime scene, find some clues. No. Start with the dead body. Mr. Daniels. It's the workspace, which shows pieces of evidence gathered and links between them. That's just will help build a picture of the story. When organizing evidence will help you group related elements and neaten your view. If you like a nice view, you're doomed. You watch videos again. Wait, it's just gonna show me where everything is. That's a little frustrating. Can I turn that off? Tips off. Nope, still there. Well, that's frustrating. Kind of wanted a mystery game, not a this is exactly what you do game. Look for the icons. Handgun's useful. Okay. This is the weapon. These are evidence. And I want it to organize more, but sure. Can I organize now? Nope. For once in my life, I was going to organize. Open window. Closed. Okay. Okay. Hmm. Okay. I guess I'm submitting. Sure. That was. It's a tutorial. I guess makes sense that it'd be that simple. How long will it take the lab to check the gun for fingerprints? Forever. How about testing the blood? The blood on the broken glass probably belongs to our killer. Eternity. So, what do we do next? I don't know. If only we had someone who was handpicked by the Academy to help us. Alright, let's talk to his wife. I'd be keen to know where she was when all this was going down. Busy at the funeral parlor right now. I want to check out his office. Thank God Cassandra and her top grades are here to guide us. Lead the way. What's this? Coffee. We'll get some coffee. I'm not a coffee drinker, but... I'm a very low caffeine person in general. Alright. So these are the corridors of power. Not much to write home about. At least it's not a basement. Touche. Hi, I'm Detective Clark. I was told this is where I could find Frank Daniels' secretary, Miss Rubino. Miss Rapinoe. Hello. I'm sorry, Miss Rapinoe. Please call me Nadine. Nadine, and I'm very sorry for your loss. Thank you. It's just such a shock. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions about Frank Daniels? Of course. Whatever I can do to help. How is your relationship with Frank? I've been his secretary for just over 3 years, and as far as the office is concerned, I was across everything. As you can imagine, he was a very busy man. How is your relationship outside of the office? Detective, I barely have time to wipe my kids' noses before they go to school. Never mind socialize with my boss. What was Frank like as a person? Kind, caring. He was an old school gentleman. Holding doors open for me, you know? He's also a workaholic. Never took a break. Never out of the office. Meaning I was never out of the office. Where were you last night? Am I a suspect? We're just looking to establish who was where and when. I was at home with my husband and the kids. Taco Thursday. Thank you for your time, Nadine. If you don't mind, we'll continue to look around the office. Of course, if you need anything, just ask. Okay. Let me take a drink here. Okay. Daniels leads in polls by Karen Whittaker. Whittaker? Whittaker. In what could be the tightest gubernatorial race we've seen here in a decade, early polls show Frank Daniels has a favorability rating of 42% to Johnson's 41% and Herrera's 17%. If, as many commentators suspect, this becomes a two-horse race, many of Herrera's supporters will vote for Daniels. Come January, nobody should be very surprised Frank Daniels is being sworn in. Daniels has made a name for himself as the people's politician. From the beginning, the Daniels team has strived to get the message out there that he wants to govern for everyone, stating the only radical thing he wants to do is make sure people aren't living in poverty. His moderate policy proposals have proved popular on both sides of the aisle, although Daniels borders on vociferous when asked about his views on controlling the sale of handguns in the state. Sources inside the Daniels campaign have said that he repeatedly refused to soften his stance and that they were initially worried about his can't make everyone happy attitude. Outside of sitting governor with rising approval ratings will be no... ousting a sitting governor with rising approval ratings will be no mean feat, but Frank Daniels seems to be steadily proving his campaign team wrong. Water treatment, ribbon cutting, black tie dinner, 7 p.m. delayed. So he was supposed to be at that black tie dinner. There's nothing else. Nothing lurking over at the bookcases. He's got a nice view, at least. Well, did. Nadine, do you mind if I ask you some questions? Of course, whatever I can do to help. In all the time you worked for Frank, did he have any enemies that you know of? Anyone out to get him? That sort of thing? No, nothing like that. Certainly no one that would want to kill him, but Frank was a politician. He had plenty of people who disagreed with him, and he more than returned the favor. For example, he was no friend to the gun lobby. What was Frank working on? Somehow, in between his work on the Water Commission, his tax policies, the support for free high school lunches, we were running a campaign. I can't believe that it's all over now. That picture over there, is that who I think it is? Yes, that's Governor Johnson. He worked closely with Frank. It looks very friendly. How was their relationship? Detective? That photo is an exercise in public relations. Frank opposed a lot of what Governor Johnson was proposing for the city, so they weren't exactly friends. Often hear Frank getting heated on calls with the governor, but Frank had a tendency to get heated on most calls. When you've worked in politics as long as I have, you know that it is all part of the process. People with egos all think they know best. Thank you for your time, Nadine. If you don't mind, we'll continue to look around the office. Alright. Yeah. I feel like some of these are incorrect. Oh, I didn't mean to hit that. That's giving me... I thought I turned off hints. No? Okay, I need to clear some of this stuff up a little bit. Okay, that actually helps a lot. That and that work. That works. That works. Nadine, do you mind if I ask you some questions? Of course, whatever I can do to help. That'll yell for now, I guess. You said the shooting took place around 7:30, right? That's what the neighbor said, yeah. There's an event in Daniel's schedule starting at 7 last night. That means he didn't go to the event. I wonder why not. Good find. Keep at it. Seems like Daniels is creeping ahead in the polls. I'm guessing Governor Johnson will be privately relieved. Are you saying Daniel's murder is politically motivated? What? No, I just... Think about it. Benefits the most from this. I've thought about it. You're reaching Houston. Johnson was not taking out the competition. Was he? We can't rule anything out. No. I need to move these. I said I need to move these. No. 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 Nadine, do you mind if I ask you some questions? Of course, whatever I can do to help. You had Frank marked down for an event last night, around the time of his death. It was the opening of the new water treatment plant. It's a big deal, lots of jobs. Everyone was expecting Frank there, the press, his opponents. It had been arranged weeks before. He was shot at home when he was supposed to be at the event. Did you know he wasn't going to show? Yes. When he left the office around 6, he told me he changed his mind about the event and was going to stay home. He said he didn't like the optics, being seen applauding the incumbent in the middle of a campaign. Did that sound believable to you? I said it myself 3 weeks ago. But it was smart of Frank to do it last minute, you know? Have people asking some questions about why Frank Daniels changed his mind about attending instead of just letting the governor pat himself on the back. Frank always had good instincts about how to steer the narrative. Did anyone else know Frank would be at home? I wasn't to answer questions from the press until after the event, and I didn't tell anyone else. Yeah, this was impossible. Well, I'm a member of the gun lobby. Now I'm stumped. Maybe I'll see what I unlocked. Houston, we have a problem. Nobody liked you at the academy, did they? Your political motivation theory is a bust. If Johnson was expecting Daniels to be at the opening of the water treatment plant, why would he have sent a goon round to his home to take him out? I was just checking you were paying attention. That was a little far-fetched. Maybe you need to think closer to home, maybe see what Rapinoe knows about Frank's home life. It's probably staring me in the face, whatever it is. Nadine, do you mind if I ask you some questions? Of course. Whatever I can do to help. What do you know about Frank's home life? It was just him and his wife. He wasn't one to talk about his private life very much. Frank worked a lot, believe me. Those late nights in the office can put a strain on a marriage. Define strain. More often than not, I was making an awkward call to Mrs. Daniels, explaining that Frank wouldn't be home for dinner. How did Mrs. Daniels seem? Sometimes angry, like hold the phone away from my ear angry. It didn't seem like they were very happy, but I think she was worried about him. She was always calling, asking him where he was and when he'd be home. Nadine, do you mind if I ask you some questions? Of course, whatever I can do to help. Are you sure it was only you who knew where Frank was? If his wife was always calling, asking where he was. Right. Actually, Rosemary did call, asking when Frank would be home. Sometime before 7 last night. I told her I didn't know, and that she had to call Frank at home. I guess it's lucky that Rosemary wasn't at home last night, too. I got that far. Oh, you want to talk? Okay, good. Apart from Miss Rapinoe, the only person who knew Frank was home was his wife, Rosemary Daniels. An unhappy marriage is as good a reason as any to murder someone. Ouch, I won't ask what makes you say that. Nice work, though. Let's wrap up here and get back to the station. I feel like we're missing something here. Yep. Correct deduction is 4 out of 6. I accidentally used a hint. I'll look into Rapinoe's alibi. You don't believe her? It's not really about what I believe now, is it? Objectivity will only get you so far, Cassandra. You're going to need to listen to your gut eventually. Cass... I may trust my gut, but I'm not sure a judge would. I mean, look at it. There's no time to worry about Nadine Rapinoe right now, for the Lady Daniels hath returned. Rosemary Daniels is back? We can question her at home. Anything fun to mess around with in the office? No. I could talk to Nate. Oh, but he has work to do. Okay. Daniel's residence, Midtown. 12:45 p.m. Listen, the woman has just lost her husband, but... I know. I'll go easy on her. Are you kidding? The opposite. They teach you that a grieving widow can't be a killer at the academy? Everyone's a suspect. Everyone. Mrs. Daniels, I'm so sorry for your loss. I know this is a hard time, but the sooner we can establish some facts surrounding Frank's death, the sooner we can find whoever's responsible. I just want to know what happened, and for whoever murdered Frank to be brought to justice. I don't know if I like that voice for her or not. I promise that myself and Detective Houston will do everything in our power to make that happen. Thank you, Detective Clark. I have a few questions, okay? I don't know if you had a chance to look around, but have you noticed anything that's missing? Any jewelry or... No, I don't think so. I suppose Frank interrupted them before they could take anything. You know if Frank had any enemies? Anyone who would want to hurt him? No, but he seems stressed recently, increasingly so. I asked him why, but he just put it down to work. Frank was supposed to attend the opening of the new plant last night, but in the end he didn't go. Do you know why? He said he changed his mind about going. Something about sticking it to Johnson. If he'd just gone to the stupid ribbon cutting, he'd still be here. Do you mind if I ask why you weren't planning to attend with him? I don't enjoy being one of those wives who show up to decorate. No, Frank knew these things bored me. You said you went out. Where were you going? The theater. Measure for measure. Did you go alone or... Yes, I was alone. Not to sound rude, but do you often go to the theater alone? As a politician's wife, you learn quickly that if you don't do some things on your own, you might never do them. That's all for now, Miss Daniels. Well, there's flowers. Office party photo. Oh, 2 tickets were bought. Anything else in the room? No. Okay. Oh, there is. Oh, that... I keep accidentally clicking the hint button. That's honestly upsetting. Huh? That was a lie. Nice flowers. Do you know the governor personally? No, but it was nice of him, of the governor's office, to send them along. It means a lot to know how well thought of Frank was. The secretary mentioned that they weren't the best of friends. Did Frank ever mention any such hostility? No, not to me. Frank often avoided talking about work. This is a nice picture of Frank. I was taken the night he got reelected. You look very happy in it. Because I was told to. That was my role that night. Photo ops and local press. Frank was a wonderful man with noble goals. He was selfish in his pursuit of them. Ridding the wrongs of the world was Frank's priority. But just one time, I wanted it to be me. I wonder if you can clear something up for me. You went to the theater alone, but you have a receipt for 2 tickets? Yes. The second was for Frank, but he canceled yesterday morning. No. That's a straight up lie. That's a straight up lie. Can I call you out on that lie? I cannot call you out on that lie. A little something to show I want our love to last forever. And a small gift note with that written on it. No sign of the gift, but I'm guessing diamonds, since they're forever. From Frank Daniels? I don't think so. The handwriting is completely different from the writing in his notebook. Rosemary's Toy Boy, maybe? This is getting interesting. Something strange. She just told me that she went alone to the theater last night because her husband canceled on her yesterday morning. That is strange. Especially since Mrs. Rapinoe told us he'd been planning to go to the water plant thing for weeks. Rapinoe said he'd only cancel last minute. Work. Time to apply some pressure. Huh? No. We're missing key facts here. I've got a few more questions. Nate? I've got a few more questions. Okay. Mrs. Daniels. Yes? Is something the matter? I have reason to believe you're not telling me the truth about who you were with last night. In order for us to do our job, we need all the facts. I was at the theater. Is that enough? We need to know about who you were with. Another man? That's not against the law, is it? Please, Mrs. Daniels. Yes, I was with another man. I knew I'd have to tell you this. Let's start with his name. Jack Levinson. I'm not what you think, Detective. Frank and I were more like friends. It wasn't a loveless marriage, but it was lonely. I met Jack last year at an art my words had failed me. I met Jack last year at an art interpretation class. It's become something more than I intended to. Anyway, I thought Frank was going to be at the ribbon cutting last night, so I went to the theater with Jack. I got there early, a little after 6:30, so I just called Nadine to find out when Frank would be home. She was cryptic, so I called Frank at home and he told me he decided not to go to the event. I told him I was going to the theater alone. What happened next? The play ended around 10. I said goodbye to Jack and I got a cab home. That's when I saw the police cars. Maybe? Okay, Nate wants to talk. That's good. What's up? Miss Daniels finally admitted she was with someone at the theater. Jack Levinson. You believe her? I think so. You think so? Did you interrogate her or not? She's been through a lot. How about we call the theater and see if we can find any witnesses that can place them there? We need some more informed theories. Here's a theory. She's lying about everything. Last night, thinking the coast is clear, Jack Levinson meets her here, and when Daniels shows up unexpectedly, he gets his gun and threatens to kill them both. Levinson gets the gun from Daniels, but it goes off and Daniels goes down. Levinson gets spooked when he hears the sirens and hightails it out the window, where he cuts himself. I mean, it's possible. Sure, it's possible. But you want to leave and give her a chance to call her boy so she warn him to get the hell out of Dodge? Come on. I think Rosemary's been through enough for one day. Oh, wait. Sorry, that was Cass. Come on, I think Rosemary's been through enough for one day. You mean Mrs. Daniels. I thought I told you not to go soft on her. I thought you were my partner, not my boss. Not here. Me and you need to have a talk back at the station. We're missing something. Aha! No. Would have been hilarious if something happened there, though. Them caught cheating seems like the most obvious thing, but also there's so much that just we don't have information on, and I want more information on things. Alright, I'm gonna get a hint. I thought I did connect those. I did. So, did I unlock something, or... No hints to show. Alright, I guess I don't get any answers then. I used 2 hints. One by accident, and one because I was just fed up, and apparently nothing else. Why did they have the question mark on them then? Didn't it tell me the ones with the question marks are the ones I... Well, we didn't get to kill her, but I'm happy you and your new best bud, Miss Daniels, had time to hang out. The woman clearly didn't kill her husband. What happened to wanting me to use my gut? Your gut's guess is only as good as the facts it's based on. Your gut should have pressed her for more info. Okay, let's stop talking about my gut for 2 seconds. Do you have a problem with me? I have a problem with rookies screwing up. You said you wanted to learn everything there is to know, but you ignored literally the first thing I suggested you do. My years on the job used to mean something around here. I thought I was doing the right thing. Give me another chance to... I don't believe in second chances. After we close this, I'm asking for you to be transferred. Maybe that's for the best. As if that's not enough, the lab messed up the blood. I'm surrounded by rookies. Messed up how? Enough to be inadmissible in court. Believe me when I say the DCPD has issues of crucial evidence slipping through the cracks. At least we got a partial print from the weapon. Belongs to a Tammy Martin. My old CI owed me a favor. I've tracked Miss Martin down to a local bar. I can interrogate her. I can do this. Whatever. If there's even a whiff of amateurishness. I'm stepping in. Hey, they got us a chair. My job has proven to me that having a chair is a double-edged sword. I'm not really going to go into that. For some reason, I'm in the most hated part of my store. And just by the fact of being there, people don't like you. That work there, I mean. Your old CI, you trust him? Yep. Why'd you cut him loose? I didn't. He cleaned up his act. Guess they don't make lowlifes like they used to. And that lowlife became a friend. I didn't mean... Half my case would be turning cold now if it weren't for guys like him. Just find Tammy and find out if she shot Daniels. Crap. You people again? This is harassment. Harassment? You're always in here shaking down the clientele. Not this time. We're looking for a woman, Tammy Martin. You know her? What's this about? You're a lawyer? It's over there, in the blue. Tammy Martin? Who's asking? Detective Clark, DCA. I don't know nothing. You don't know what we're asking yet. I know what I know and what I don't know. I can't help you. You answer my questions here, I can take you down to the station. Ask your questions. The politician Frank Daniels was murdered last night. I'm sorry to hear that. You seem surprised. Why wouldn't I be? What would you say if I told you that your fingerprints were on the gun that was used to shoot him? What? I'd say I'd have to be a pretty great shot because I was in here from 6 till closing last night. Fingerprints don't lie. Well, neither do I. Have you had your gun stolen recently? I didn't get nothing stolen for nobody. No, has anyone stolen the gun from you that you owned? No. Can you think of any other way that your fingerprints might have gotten onto the murder weapon? Maybe you made a mistake. I'm done for now. That's hopeful. Hey. Go talk to this guy. Oh, this girl. Sorry. Got a second? I've got all the time in the world for a pretty girl like you. Stand down, miss. This is police business. Hey, nobody's perfect. What do you know about Tammy Martin? Not much. She's in here a lot, mostly alone. I made a move one time because, you know, I gotta try, right? Not that she was interested. Now I just avoided her, which is all good because I sometimes see her talking to people that I don't want to know. Why don't you want to know these people? Because they're shady. And some of the stuff she's shifting their way is as hot as her. You feel me? Yes, I feel you, I think. If you want to buy junk, if you want to buy just about anything half price, Tam is your girl. Thank you, Mom. Like your stuff. That punk behind the bar won't serve me till I pay my tab. Since when? Why now? Maybe if she had to do this, would go faster. Was Tammy in here last night between 7 and 8 p.m.? Yeah. Hell, she was here all night drinking. Can you tell me anything about Tammy? I like to keep a little distance between myself and the clientele, mostly due to the smell. Do you keep a list of your regulars' tabs behind the bar? I don't know why you'd be interested in that unless you're here to solve 1 or 2 robberies. Where is this? It's at the register. Take a look if you want. Don't say cooperation so loud. Herb, Rapperty, Jake, Tammy, McClue, Shorty, Dick, Schmitty, Russell, and Bird. Tammy paid about that. No, okay. You have more questions? What do you do for a living? Would I be here in the middle of the day if I had a job? You don't sell stolen goods? They weren't able to prove that. Anyway, I don't do that anymore. You just admitted that you used to do it. I don't think you killed Frank Daniels, Tammy, but I think you sold the gun to whoever did. Unless you can prove it, what you think is your problem. Unemployed, but you paid a bar tab. Oh, what's this? The hidden item in episode 1. Cool. Does it lead to anything? Yeah. Looks like Tammy recently paid off her tab in one go. Last night. So what? Tammy told me she was unemployed. She come into some money? You're asking because you know she won't tell you. Well, sorry. Bartender buyer fly confidentiality. Don't say cooperation so loud. You have more questions? I saw you paid off a pretty hefty bar tab last night. So what? Thought you weren't working. I borrowed it. Save it. That money came from you selling the 9mm that killed Frank Daniels, and who knows what else. I need to know which one of your friends bought it, or I'm taking you in. Guess I'm coming with you then. I ain't no rat. I get it. You've got a rep to worry about. But what's that rep worth to you inside? A lot, man. You think my customers don't have connections inside? What is this, your first day? If I give you the name of the guy I sold it to, it's not just my rep I need to worry about. Can I save? No. So I have to start all over. Alright. As soon as I finish this scene, I'm going to be calling it. But I'm not leaving things just go. No. That's not what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do, but I didn't want to hit hints. I keep mistake. I thought I turned hints off. Tips off. Apparently tips and... You have more questions? You know, you don't have to be a rat to help us. You could be a CI. Same thing. The difference is a CI gets paid for their info. Yeah, right. Seriously, be my CI and any charges from selling the gun that was used in the murder of Frank Daniels goes away. How much would I get paid? That depends on how helpful you are. You can start by giving me a name. Okay. John Riley. An associate put us in touch. I never seen him before. That it? Then he called me from a phone in his hotel to set up to meet. I star 69 them. Like to know what I can about who I'm doing business with. You did good. Do I get paid now? First, I need to make sure your story checks out. You're not selling me a pack of lies. Don't go too far. I'm done for now. I missed a deduction. No, I didn't. I got all the deductions. I got all the... I got a B because I accidentally used a hint. Tammy's info checked out. John Riley checked into the Sleep Easy Motel on Wednesday. What's up with you? Nothing. Look, the transfer is nothing personal. I just work better. I'm thinking about Rosemary Daniels. On the same day as I promised her we'd bring her husband's killer to justice, I told the woman who supplied the murder weapon she'd get a free pass. We let Tammy off the hook now. Maybe one day she gives us a tip that helps us actually prevent another Mrs. Daniels losing her husband. But we don't... Oh, Tammy Squat, you're right. She's a criminal. You need to decide if you want to arrest her. It's your call. No, I'll keep the CI. Let's hang on to her CI for now. Like you say, she might be useful. Is that the right thing to do? Sometimes there is no right thing. It's time to pay a visit to John Riley. Alright. I didn't really need to close out, but whatever. That is where we're gonna be calling it today. I hope you enjoyed watching. I hope that the VOD watchers will enjoy as well. Yada yada yada. Tune in tomorrow. A little earlier than today. Well, yeah, probably a little earlier than today. I would have been sooner today, but I got caught in a downpour and I was drenched and I needed time to dry off, warm up, and all that lovely stuff. So tomorrow, around a little earlier than today, Tuesday there will be no stream. Wednesday it will actually be at our regular time of the evening variety. No. Yeah. Thursday there's no stream. Friday it will be the same time as either today or tomorrow, depending on the weather, I guess. I don't know. It should be the same time as tomorrow though. And then from there, I don't really know. It's a lot of flip-flopping around until my schedule gets stabilized the week following. And you just never know how long things are going to stay stable where I'm working. But yeah, thank you for watching. I really hope to have you again. But for now, this is the end of the stream. This is the end of the stream. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you'll return. And we'll find out if I'll keep saying and so much. But thank you for being here. Thank you Thank you for joining. And for now, we'll say goodbye. Tomorrow, we'll be here again. So for now, bye bye.